So you mentioned this being a good matchup for you. Why do you think that is?
I feel like Paige comes in really wild and she doesn't really have. She's very green and new in the sport. She kind of just throws everything that she knows. She doesn't have a thought process into it, and I feel like if I fight my fight, it plays into where my strengths are. She's going to come in wild and I'm going to chin check her, and I hit hard. I feel like I'm one of the hardest hitters in the division, and she hasn't been hit by someone that hits as hard as me, so I feel like I'm going to shock her with my power.
Yeah, and you've been doing the sport for quite a while, but she's been a lot less time in the game, and she also is coming back from a long layoff doing outside projects, dancing with the stars and everything. What are you expecting out of her? Do you think she's going to be an improved fighter? Do you think the time off might hurt her? What do you think?
No, I'm expecting to see a whole new Paige. I never want to go into a fight thinking that they're going to be worse off than their last fight. I feel like her loss that she took against Rose probably really grew her as a fighter, and she's going to come back smarter and better. But in saying that, I feel like I'm still superior in all areas. So I still feel like no matter what Paige comes into the cage, I'm able to beat her.
There's always a lot of talk about Paige, whether she deserves the hype that she gets. Do you feel like she's deserving of all the attention that she's gotten?
For sure, she's a great personality in this sport, and she's really got a lot of eyeballs on the women's division, and that's awesome. You know, the more people that are tuning in to watch her are going to be more intrigued about the other our division as a whole. So I feel like that's really cool. Maybe her rankings and I guess the opportunity she's been given within MMA. I feel like maybe she probably didn't deserve a little bit, but there's all reasons as to why she gets those opportunities. It's because she's so marketable and she's a bubbly personality that people want to see fight.
Do you feel like, you can get some of that shine off her? I know you want to take a ranking, but do you think you can pick up some of those fans as well?
For sure. I feel like any fan that are tuning in because they like Paige, they're going to like a lot of us girls, and it's just getting their attention. So yeah, I feel like anyone that's kind of in love with this sport and in love with the bubbly personality of Paige is going to be more intrigued as well by some of us girls, because we're all fun, we're all like bubbly, so I feel like we kind of appeal to a lot of the audience.
How much of it is just getting more opportunities for the female fighters in general, strawweights, bantamweights, seeing more of them on more cards, more women's fights in general?
Yeah, I think it'll be cool to see more women fights on each and every card. It's still very new in UFC, so they're getting slowly. It's improving, so I feel like the future is. In the future, there's going to be so much more opportunities for us girls. But yeah, it's still young. It's still very young. So you've got to give them the time to find our little place in the UFC.
What do you think?